Ruthless Pacers throttle Thunder to push NBA Finals to decisive Game 7. Indiana overwhelms OKC, sets up winner-take-all Game 7 for NBA championship. Tyrese Haliburton was ready for Game 6, as were his Indiana Pacers teammates. The Pacers blitzed the Oklahoma City Thunder Thursday night in the first quarter and never looked back en route to a 108-91 Game 6 win in the NBA Finals. It was an overwhelming effort from the Pacers against what by most measures is the NBA's best team. But don't tell the Pacers that. At a minimum, the win ensured that there would be no Thunder championship celebration on their home court. And it puts the Pacers alongside the Thunder, one win away from an NBA championship in a winner-take-all Game 7 for the title. With Haliburton nailing with a strained right calf that in part limited him to just 4 points and a Game 5 Pacers loss. Few picked the Pacers to win Thursday night, but few have picked the Pacers to reach multiple milestones in their playoff journey. In hindsight, it should be of no surprise that Indiana refused to relent on its home court with its season on the line. But the manner in which the Pacers won was still stunning. The Thunder looked like a team ready to deliver a knockout blow in the game's opening moments as the Pacers missed their first 8 field goal attempts and Oklahoma City seized a 10-2 lead. But the Pacers got aggressive on defense and caught fire from deep for a 24-7 run of their own to take control of the game at 26-17. They never gave it back. Indiana extended its lead to 64-42 at the half with a second quarter surge that ended with a poster dunk by Pascal Siakam and a halftime buzzer beater from the Indiana forward on consecutive possessions. The 13-point lead Indiana took earlier in the quarter was previously its largest of the finals. By halftime, it reached 22, and the Thunder didn't score their first bucket of the third quarter until 7:15 remaining. By the end of the third quarter, the Indiana lead has stretched to 90-60 as the Pacers held the Thunder to their lowest point total of the entire season through 3 quarters. The fourth quarter was a celebration for a Pacers home crowd watching their team in person for the final team this season. They'll get one last chance to watch them on TV on Sunday as the Pacers and Thunder play for an NBA championship. It will mark the 20th Game 7 in NBA history. Haliburton produces, then rests for Game 7. And fortunately for the Pacers, it was a chance for celebration and rest for Haliburton. Haliburton went to the bench with 5:25 remaining in the third quarter and wrap around his torso and his ailing right calf. He didn't play again. The margin of victory allowed Haliburton to rest his body for the remainder of the game and limit his risk of further injury ahead of Sunday's Game 7. And it appears that a 2-day break between Games 5 and 6 did him wonders after he sustained a strained calf in Game 6. Haliburton's status for Game 6 was in question until late on game day. When head coach Rick Carlisle announced that he was available, the question then became, how effective will Haliburton be? The answer turned out to be plenty. In 23 minutes, Haliburton tallied 14 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals. He shot 5 of 12 from the field and 3 of 7 from three-point distance. It was far from an overwhelming effort on a night where the signs of his limitations were evident. But it was more than enough as he found his spots to make an impact on the game. Now he has 2 more days to rest and get ready for Game 7. Total team effort drives dominant Pacers victory. And the Pacers didn't need a huge game from Haliburton, because that's not who they are. This unit embodies team basketball from top to bottom, and perhaps no game this season personified that ideal more than Game 6. And there were few metrics in which Oklahoma City was the better basketball team on Thursday. Led by a team-high 20 points from Obi Toppin, Indiana's bench outscored Oklahoma City's lauded backup group, 48-37. And that number was dramatically skewed by the Thunder emptying their bench in the fourth quarter. At halftime, Indiana bench outscored OKC's 19-3. TJ McConnell again came up big on both sides of the ball with 12 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals while shooting 6 of 12 from the field. The Pacers won the turnover battle 21-10 while limiting a steal-happy Thunder defense to just 4 takeaways. They out-rebounded the Thunder 46-41, recorded more assists 23-14, and outshot them from 3 35.7% to 26.7%. It was a stellar show for the home crowd one last time this season. How will Thunder respond in Game 7? Will it translate to Game 7? The Thunder have been here before, having been handily beaten by the Denver Nuggets in Game 6 of their second-round series, only to turn around and blow the Nuggets out at home in Game 7. It's safe to say that a Thunder team that was quite apparently aware that it had a home Game 7 in its back pocket Thursday night will not be the same one that shows up on Sunday. Gone was the swarming defense. Gone was the good shot selection. Gone was the accuracy and efficiency from the field and from deep. Even MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was off his game in a relatively sloppy effort that produced 21 points, 2 assists, and 8 turnovers. None of his teammates were up to the task either. Jalen Williams went scoreless after a 16-point first half. Luguentz Dort attempted just 5 shots and made 1 in a 3-point effort. Alex Caruso, 0 points, 0 steals. And Cason Wallace, 2 points, 1 steal, were non-factors off the bench. No, this is not the same Thunder team the Pacers should expect when they return to Oklahoma City for Game 7. They should fully expect the unit that on 68 games in the regular season and survived a Western Conference playoff gauntlet to show up on Sunday. In that case, it will be up to the Pacers to dig deep for another effort like they produced in Game 6 to compete for the franchise's first NBA title. He's the Great White Hope, that's what we call him. Tyrese Haliburton on T.J. McConnell.
Describe the impact that T.J. McConnell had on this game.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, man. He's unbelievable. I don't even have the words. He's a great white hope, you know, that's what we call him. But he's just amazing, continues to get downhill, put pressure on the defense, and man, he's unbelievable.
We believe Tyrese Haliburton reacts to Pacers' dominant win to force a Game 7.
You guys were facing elimination and respond with a beatdown. Just what does that say about this team?
Yeah, we just wanted to protect home court. You know, we didn't want to see these guys celebrate a championship on our home floor, backs against the wall, and we just responded. So many different guys chip in. Total team effort, really proud of this group.
Coming into the game, there were so many questions about your health and that calf strain. Just how were you able to just battle through it tonight?
It's the finals. It's the finals. Like, you know, all of us got to give everything we have. You know, I give everything I have for this group in this locker room. So just trying to come out here and play the best of my ability. My guys have had my back all year, and especially tonight, and that means the world to me.
You look like yourself. Just how does the leg feel?
It's okay. It's okay. Got a couple days now to take care of it, get it right, and be ready. You know, we got one game. You know, all cards on the table. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Describe the impact that T.J. McConnell had on this game.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, man. He's unbelievable. I don't even have the words. He's a great white hope. You know, that's what we call him. But he's just amazing. Continues to get downhill, put pressure on the defense, and man, he's unbelievable.
Game 7. How do you now go on the road where OKC has been so strong, especially coming off of a loss?
Yeah.
How do you go there on the road and get into its first NBA championship?
Yeah, it's about the margins. Like, it's about taking care of the ball and rebounding. Those are the most important things. You know, you got to control the controllables and let the cards fall where they may. You know, it's a one-game series now, and man, we believe. You know, we got a lot of faith in this group. So take care of our bodies, get ready, and Game 7 NBA Finals. What more can you ask for?
Nothing else. We'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Mike.
All right, Lisa. Well, that great white hope, and the Pacers have given the fans hope for a possible NBA championship. It'll be the 20th Game 7 in NBA Finals history. 4 times the road team has won in the first 19 games, including the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers. That was the last one.